Congratulations! You've successfully completed the art of trailer editing. In this course, you learned every facet of the trailer editing process. You learned about the different types of trailers and promos, the unique challenges of trailer editing, and the key trailer editing tools and terms. You learned the different stages of planning a trailer, from organizing your shots and dialogue to positioning the movie, telling the story, and arranging the structure with a paper cut. You discovered the core trailer editing techniques used by the pros, like choosing your music and laying your foundation with audio, crafting the big, important moments, pacing your cut, and injecting style throughout the trailer, cutting elegant montages, and a lot more. Then, you were guided through specific trailer editing techniques used in each genre, from drama to comedy to action to suspense and horror. And hopefully, you then took all this knowledge and created your own trailer in the live practice section of the course. In the next video, we'll talk about a couple next steps you might want to take a look at. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. You may have completed the course, but there's still more you can do. If you haven't already, take some time to finish up and really polish your trailer cut in the hands-on lessons. Applying these skills is the only way you'll absorb the techniques and make them your own. Also, don't forget to email us at support@filmeditingpro.com to claim your official course completion certificate. And above all, continue studying and learning. By now, you've got a pretty good handle on the art of trailer editing, but there's still room to grow. Take some time to carefully analyze new trailers as they're released. Cut them into your timeline, mark the different acts, scrub through them frame by frame, and analyze the various techniques being used. Most people learn through some form of imitation. In the words of Bruce Lee, absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own. That's the path to becoming one of the best. Feel free to check out our training page to get a look at some of the other creative editing courses we offer, which you can find at www.filmeditingpro.com/training. Thank you so much for learning with us in this course. I wish you the best of luck as you continue learning how to edit like a pro. Despite the negative connotations, cheating character dialogue is simply a fact of life when it comes to editing a trailer or a promo. The lines in the movie aren't always going to say or accomplish exactly what you need them to do in your marketing, so occasionally you'll just have to cheat. So what exactly is a dialogue cheat? A dialogue cheat is a new character line created by combining previously disconnected words or phrases in a film. It might be partially anchored on camera during a section of the phrase actually spoken by the character, or the phrase can be cheated to appear in a completely unrelated shot of the character speaking. Let me just say that cheating dialogue is kind of a last resort, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's take a look at how it works. First, let's look at how to cobble together a cheated dialogue line. Then, we'll look at how to match it with the visuals of a character speaking, when that's not actually the line that they were saying in the film. So the first thing you'll need is your dialogue breakdown. There's almost no way to create cheated lines without one, unless you have a perfect memory, since you'll need to be able to search for individual phrases, words, syllables, and even specific vowels and consonants. Armed with a good breakdown, almost anything's possible. Let's look at a few moments from the Hitman Agent 47 trailer. There are many cheated lines in this piece, which will provide good examples of the various techniques you'll need to master. Check out this line from 47 himself.
They want what's inside our DNA.
So this line does a good job explaining part of the plot of this movie. An evil agency is after this genetically gifted hitman and hitwoman, and they're trying to figure out how to build an army of hit people. The editor had these two lines from the film to work with. The first says, "You want what's inside Litvenko's head."
You want what's inside Litvenko's head.
And the second says, "Locked inside her DNA."
Locked inside her DNA.
We can work with these. Well, it seems only logical that the phrase, "They want what's inside our DNA," would help explain why they're being chased by the agency. So the editor created a dialogue cobble to say exactly that. So on our timeline, this is what we've got.
You want what's inside Litvenko's head.
Locked inside her DNA.
Now, let's remove the extra words, leaving only the phrase we're trying to create.
Litvenko's head.
Locked inside her DNA.
And let's tighten things up a bit. Alright, let's see how it sounds.
You want what's inside
Her DNA.
Not too bad, but it's not quite there yet. We need the line to say, "They want what's inside our DNA." So we need to find 47 saying the word "they" to replace the word "you." So it'll say, "They want what's inside." And then we need to find him saying the word "our," so inside our DNA. They want what's inside our DNA. Using the dialogue breakdown, I found this line for us to steal the word "they."
They will.
Nice. Let's cut it into the beginning of our phrase. And we'll lose the word "you."
You want. They want what's inside
Her DNA.
And add a few fades to smooth it out. Let's see how it sounds.
They want what's inside
Her DNA.
Alright, cool, that's working. We're almost there. Now, we just have to make him say our DNA instead of her DNA. Let's search for the word "our" in the breakdown. When I type it into the search tool, I'm going to search for any line that has the number 47 and also the letters OUR. I added a space before the O so it doesn't accidentally return words like sour, your, flower, and so on. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like 47 says the word "our" in the film. But there's one more thing we can try. Some people pronounce the word "our" like this, "our." But other people pronounce it "R." So you could say maybe "locked inside our DNA." Let's search the breakdown for the word "R." That's A-R-E, not O-U-R. Ah, nice. Looks like he says "R." Check it out.
Can't fight who you are, cat.
So let's use this "R" in our dialogue sheet. So I'm going to cut in the word "R" and cut out the word "your." Let's see how it all sounds now.
They want what's inside
Our DNA.
Awesome, that works great. So to recap, we combined 4 different lines to create this phrase. The word "they" from one line, the phrase "want what's inside" from another, the word "are" from another, and the phrase "DNA" from yet another, which gives us this.
They want what's inside
Our DNA.
Once this is laid on top of music in a trailer, it'll all sound even more seamless and provide an important story point in a very direct and concise way. That's the beauty of dialogue cheats. So here's a quick look at this cheat at work in the final trailer for Agent 47.
We were part of the same program.
They want what's inside
Our DNA, the speed, the intelligence.
Here are some additional dialogue tricks you can use when you're crafting cheats. You can pluralize words literally just by adding an S. Search for a word that ends in S, like this or his, then grab the S, tack it onto the end of your line, and add a one-frame dissolve. If you're having trouble with phrases sounding disconnected in your cheats, try to only combine words that are spoken in similar tones and locations. Don't try to combine a whisper with a yell, and don't try to combine a line spoken in an echoey church with one spoken in the quiet of a hotel room. If needed, you can also use room tone taken from one location in the future to blend between the words and help smooth out the cheat. Okay, so that's how to actually create the dialogue cheat with the audio. Now, let's look at how to make it appear like the characters are actually saying them. The easiest and most common way of doing this is just to put the character on camera for one section of the line that they actually do say uninterrupted. So in our example from before, the phrase "want what's inside" is all from one full complete phrase spoken by 47. So we can just land him on camera for that section of the line, like this. Then the rest of the line is going to be covered by other visuals in the trailer, like this.
They want what's inside.
Our DNA.
If you're lucky enough for the timing of your trailer to work out so that you can do that, great, you're done. That's pretty easy. But other times, when you're cutting from a final feature, the character might not even be on camera for any substantial part of the line. For example, what if we had cheated a line from this, where the character's off camera when he delivers it?
As much as you do.
If you need to anchor him on camera and show him speaking this line in your trailer, but you don't have any other shot angles available to you, you're gonna have to cheat it. Since his line says, "as much as you do," let's look in our breakdown and see if there are any other lines that end in the word do. So I'll search for the word 47 plus do plus a period. No luck. Alright, it looks like we're gonna have to get creative. You can use something called a phoneme chart to help guide you in looking for words and phrases that require your character to make similar mouth shapes to your target words. So, if you pronounce 47's line, "as much as you do," it ends in two words that make this mouth shape, you and do. If we could find 47 saying another line on camera that ended with a word making the same mouth shape, we could probably cheat the last half of his line on camera. So we're looking for words like stew, chew, grew, or you. I doubt he says stew, chew, or grew, but he might end a sentence with the word you. Let's take a look. Nice, he does. So to refresh your memory, this is the coverage we currently have over our line.
As much as you do.
Let's cut in our new visual cheat and line up the end of his mouth movement with the end of his dialogue line on the timeline.
I didn't shoot you. I marked you.
Now let's see how it looks.
As much as you do. As much as you do.
Nice, that works pretty well. Now we've got our character delivering his line on camera by combining completely unrelated picture and audio. In the crazy puzzle that is a trailer, using similar mouth shapes to cheat on-camera dialogue is going to come in handy more often than you might imagine. In this lesson, we looked at a couple different techniques for cheating character dialogue. We started by looking at how to create cheated dialogue lines by combining completely unrelated words and phrases from our dialogue breakdown. And we learned how to sync a cheated dialogue line with visuals by using phonemes or mouth shapes to literally put words in a character's mouth.